Craig Coombe. I'm a CEO of the Multiply Group. We're a private investment company that invests across a number of different sectors. We've got early stage investments through to mature and high growth investments across different sectors. So we've got a strong technology investments platform. We invest in water. We believe it's a really critical part of the future. And we've got very strong property capability and developments that we've been involved with in the property sector. I was drawn to this investment space through a long journey, and it really began when I was 13 and committed my life to Christ. And there was just a continual journey that I went on, and it just shows that God has a plan for our lives, and He gives us particular skills and talents, and it's really up to each person to find what those are and how they can apply them. The Bible is an incredible inspiration to me. Many aspects of it have formed the bedrock of what I believe, from sowing and reaping to stewardship to righteousness and justice. Many components, and that's the challenge, I suppose, of being a business person and living out God's principles and His ways, is really just understanding what He stands for and how to represent Him well in the many moments that arise. It's been an exciting journey. I think in that process, it's really, for me, a strong sense of righteousness and justice has been really something that I've wanted to do, is to make sure that in whatever I'm doing, I'm bringing God's righteousness and justice into that space. And the applications of that are obviously pretty broad, but it really means thinking about everyone that's involved. I believe that business is a calling from God, because financial matters are so relevant to every single person. And the beauty of business, and certainly for me as an investor, of being in a business now where I have the ability to have some influence on the direction of the business, it's an incredible opportunity to administer and steward resources. And at the end of the day, I believe that God actually, they're His resources. We just given the responsibility to steward them for a season. And so over the years, I've invested in water and in power. I've invested in digital technologies and food and all sorts of areas. And I've always been asking, Lord, is this something that I should be investing in? When we started Multiply, I just felt God saying to me, yes to all of those. They're all important because they're going to meet needs for people for years to come. But you're missing the real investment landscape. So I really believe that God has just encouraged me to invest in people, and particularly in the African continent. I believe that if we invest in people, we're going to see incredible transformation of our region. I just encourage any people that are involved, whether you're in business or in government, whether you're moms at home, whoever you are, it's just to be continually investing in people, because I believe that God wants to do something with the people of Africa, and that will be the redemption of our region. The kind of investments that we make is really, just spending time with people, mentorship of people. And many of the businesses we bring in experts, professionals in the area of career development, in the areas of their own personal development, because it's really important that that investment that we're making into those individuals is also an investment into our broader community. And so when they go home and they spend time with their families, are they taking home something positive of the business experience that they've had? So it's a broad topic, but it's really just saying make people the most important part of the business cycle and the conversation. Treat them with love, respect, and understand that God's put incredible gifts in them, that what you're doing is just really unearthing. And when they unearth that, they're going to be a blessing to their families, to your business, and to the community as a whole. We invested in a business called SBS Tanks. SBS Tanks provides water to communities, to mining houses, to industry. The CEO of that business, Delane Gray, has been an incredible visionary, but an incredible man who just desires to see God. So their story is one of making basic needs available to people in a way that there's real integrity of their product, real innovation into their product to make sure that it's resilient for this nation, making sure that it's a product that's able to travel into difficult places where the real need is, where people really don't have drinking water, and they don't have some of these basic needs in their lives. His journey has then been to, while he's doing that, is to take his people on a beautiful journey of understanding the impact they have on the world that they touch every day. We've also got a digital fund that focuses a lot on the payment space, but it focuses on really bringing digital solutions to people, and with a very, very big focus on the SMME market and enabling the SMME market to trade. It's been amazing during COVID, just the impact that those businesses in particular have had on the small and medium enterprise market. Being able to find that we've been able to get funding to many SMMEs through that platform, because we know who they are, we know their trading. We've been able to see them, how they've traded in a normal environment, and when COVID hit and put them in a position where they couldn't trade, we were then able to understand what had happened. We also were able to help them to pivot, selling other services that were permitted at that time. For example, data was one of the big ones that we were able to pivot hair salons into becoming the data distribution points. But it was relatively easy because of the platform and because of the confidence that we had in those particular SMME entrepreneurs. And as a result, it's amazing how many of those SMMEs have actually come back very strongly in the post-lockdown environment.